Hello everyone, we hope you're well. Now today we had this strange idea, look. The twin basket Cosori and then the brand new Cosori, they're a different size. You imagine that one is massive, but it's not much different in size to that one. When you see them together, now I've got to be honest, that one there is standing on top of the cooker hub, so it is slightly higher, so I don't know whether that makes it look bigger, but as you can see, standing there, there's very little difference in the size. The big difference really is that one there is 8.5 litre and that one is 10 litre. Now that makes quite a big difference, but when I saw that I thought, yeah, that machine is going to be massive, isn't it, compared to this one? Well, no, it's not actually, because they're very similar in size. Now, we've got the sizes to check. They're online if you want to do that. Well, that one switched itself off. I switched it on so you could see the difference in the numbers and what it looks like. Let's put it back on. There you go. And if I put it on sync finish, it puts the other light on, look. No, it doesn't. There we go. Now, that, it'll go off again in a minute. Now, the idea of that is just so that you can see what they look like, and that is what they look like. Look, there's that one, and there's standing next to that one, and as you can see, I would say myself this is a little brighter, but this one is brand new. And that one, we've had it for a little time. You get a few marks on the screen and that. It's unavoidable really, especially when you have to move them around like we do. We don't live in the biggest kitchen in the world. We have to move them about. But I thought I'd mention that first of all. Now what we're going to do today, I'm only cooking in one at once, because Wendy's got some chips ready. Now they're parboiled, proper chips, not frozen. You know, the sort you make with potatoes. Come on. And we're going to have this fish. Now there's two fish in there. It's Fish Friday for me and Wendy, and we have a fish. So I'm going to cook one fish and one chips in one air fryer, and one fish and one chips in the other air fryer. But I'm not doing them both at the same time, because I'm going to use the meter to measure the electric, and mate, I've only got one. And also, if you've only got one, it's going to be more accurate, isn't it? So, let's get sorted out and have a look what it's like. Now, what I wanted to show you was, there's the basket in the 8.5 litre, and there's the basket in the 10 litre. Now, you'd think that's twice as big, but because you've got the metal work and the workings inside there, it's not actually. So by using this divider, which is quite clever really, by using this divider, Cosori, I managed to make that space into two compartments like that. Now, what I didn't realise at first, you can see a bit of a difference there. Not very much, but just a little. Can you see? It's a little squarer, so it's a little bigger. That machine's gone off again. Oh, and this one. Right, that's come back on when I put the drawer back in. Right, now I just wanted to show you that. But instead of messing about, let's cook something. Right, first of all, let's get this fish and these chips into these baskets. Now Wendy's going to put those in. And we'll keep the crisper tray in. So we're putting fish in the right hand side.
Right.
You have to lift it up like that. There we go.
There. And then the chips.
Tip the chips in there.
Go in there, and I'm going to give them, well, I think they've got enough oil on now.
Yeah, I think
I did spray some oil on them, as you can see.
Right, now we're doing this fairly plain, just so we can see. Right, let's get the camera close up now, you know what's going off. Right, now let's get it switched on. Got the meter in and I've set that to 30 pence. Now I'll do that again with the other air fryer. So let's get this plugged in. Switched on. Right, now we can get started. Now, just to make it nice and easy and straightforward, I'm going to put that one, the left one, on 200 degrees, and I'm going to set a time of, we're on air fry, 30 minutes. Oh, now that is just so we know where we are. And then what I'm going to do is sync cook, so I'm setting them both exactly the same. Now, as I've said, we're going to measure the temperature, so that's the way we're doing this. This is just so we know what we're doing. So it's 200, 30 minutes, off we go. Right, as we've said before, you've got a window in here, look, you can see. Oh, you're a little bit too high, let me show you. And there you go, you can see in the window. That is one advantage with this machine. Right, and the light's gone off. Let's put them back on. There we go. Right, so we'll cook this now and see what results we get. Now, Wendy's just reminded me that on this air fryer, on the fries, or the chips as we call them, we want shake on, don't we? We want the shake function. Right. I've put that right anyway. As you can see, it's all working perfectly. Well, I've just brought you back because we've had almost 20 minutes there, haven't we? So the fries, they're looking pretty good. I'll check them in a minute. But what I will say, we want 63 on the fish, and I've managed to get the temperature probe in there. It's not the best way, but it's good enough, so that's going to help us. As soon as that reaches 63, we're going to say that's cooked. And then I'll check the fish properly a number of times and see where we are. Right, we had about 10 minutes left for the fries, and they're okay, so I really want to turn them off. If I pull that out, that basket stops. Now they're ready, so we'll take those out. And at the same time, we've reached 63 on the fish, and that was in 20 minutes. Right, I hope you understand what I'm saying. Look, that temperature is now good enough for us. We're happy with that. What I will do, stop this, and it'll stop counting the time, and I shall try the fish in different places. But I needn't do that on the camera because the noise will drive you mad. Right, now that's cooked that set, that fish and chips. Now I set that at 30 pence, look. It was on 22 minutes. Now, that cost 17p. How strange is that? But it's true, look. 0.577 of a kilowatt. And the highest, it reached a low of 8.5 watts, but the maximum wattage was 1945, right? So we know exactly. It was set at 13 pence, it cost 17 pence. Right, I'm a bit skew whiff there, look. Right, now we're going to get started on the other fish and chips. Right, now that's the fish and chips that's just been cooked in the dual fryer. So we're going to get this out now. I'm going to cook the other one. It looks like me and Wendy's got a share. Oh dear, I can see there being a fight. Never mind, we're doing this for a reason. Right, we've reset the meter up to 30 pence. Let's get it plugged in and get started. Right, now I hope you can see, there's the fish and chips just sliding in, look. Let's switch the machine on. Now, what I want to do is do it the same as I did the other one, which was 200 degrees, and I set it to 30 minutes. Now we know it's not going to take this long, don't we? But that don't matter. So what we'll do, we're going to match them. Right, should take around 20 minutes, but we'll see. Right, let's get started. There we go. Now I'm going to keep my eye on this while me and Wendy fight for half of the other fish and chips. Right, now I've brought you back. Oh, because as you can see, that's reached temperature. And I'll stop that now. That's reached the temperature we required. We had 13 minutes left. So let's just stop that. Let's put it on pause. Now the other one, we had 10 minutes to go, didn't we? It had 20 minutes. But this, it had 17 minutes. So let's have a look. But the fish is done, we know that. Now are the fries done? I've got to put this somewhere so Wendy can you get one out and try it? Just so Wendy can try it. Oh, now she's burning her hands. I meant use the things.
Look, is it on? Yeah.
You're not in the you're in the camera.
Yeah.
Well, they are done anyway.
Yeah, look,
we knew they would be, but we just so you can see.
Them if they weren't.
No, you won't. I know that. Right. Now I'm going to get this fish and chips out. What's the cost? Let's get this out. Let's take this plug out. Right, now for this one, let's get back to the beginning so I can see where we are. I set it for 30p. As you see, it was on almost 18 minutes, but the bleeper went off at 17 minutes. Now, I put 30 pence in. It cost 16 pence. Mate, it cost a penny less. Now the other fryer runs at, well, I told you what it run at. It explains itself, I'm not explaining. That's cost 16 pence for 17 minutes. Well, it was on less time, so fair enough. And it's used half a kilowatt, look. Now, where's the maximum? Lowest was 0.8. Maximum 2,890 watt. Now it's using a lot more wattage, but it's took slightly less time and cost a penny less. Now it's because the way this machine runs. Right, now let's let Wendy have a dinner and I'll come back to you.
Oops.
Now get your fish and chips out. Sorry, I'm rambling on here. Let's get sorted out and I'll bring you back. Right, now this is the second lot of fish and chips. This is Wendy's. I know, she's been rushing around to get... You can't take it while I'm talking. Look, she's getting the vinegar. For God's sake.
I've been waiting.
She said to me, she says, she was rushing around. I said, look, don't rush around. I said, I'm not hungry, I've had my tea. She said, I ain't had mine. Mate, I'm not bothered, am I? Look how many peas you've got compared to me. I didn't have anywhere near that. I'm sure you've got a couple more chips than me. No, I've been done again. Come on, my duck, go and get your dinner.
Thank you.
What a pair, for God's sake. Right, let's regroup. Hello everyone. I know we said goodbye, but I've got to come back because I don't really do this to explain myself, but we had this idea that maybe we should show the brand new dual blaze TwinFry next to the dual basket 8.5 litre, simply because we've noticed there's very little difference in size. They're almost identical. Now we did that and then we thought, well, we can cook, can't we? So we thought, how are we going to do this, because I've only got one electric meter, and we thought what we'll do, we'll cook one fish and chips and cook the other, and that's what we did. Actually it just meant Wendy had to wait for a dinner, because I said, well, we can share the first one, but I know what it is. She wanted her dinner cooking in the new one, cook off it, and you see how many, she got more peas than it. Anyway, they're not going to get involved in that, there'll be a fight. Anyway, the whole point of this, now the dual basket, we know it cooks fish and chips fine, we know it does, all the Cosoris do. They're all fine, they're okay. We've always had a leaning towards the dual blaze, which since we got that machine, we've cooked everything in there, as you know. Anyway, we knew it'd be alright, so I thought what we'll do, because of the different times, different machines, I thought what we'll do, we'll set them both on 200 at 30 minutes and let them cook, and I'll cook by the temperature. Now, the thermometer we got, I know I can sort of wedge it in the drawer. It's not perfect, but I can do that. So I put that in and I thought this is the way forward because we know where we are. Now, it took 22 minutes to cook that fish and chip. You know, say to me, I can do it in 15 minutes. I don't care, mate. I'm not interested. This is just to get it the same. We wanted a set temperature, and that's the temperature we're having. The chips were gorgeous as well. But Wendy says we're a bit lucky this week. The potatoes are not bad because sometimes they're dire. Anyway, now it took 22 minutes to cook that, and it cost 17 pence. Now I thought that's good. That's a good price, and it showed a wattage of 1945. Happy with that. I had that fish and chips. It were lovely. There was nothing wrong with that. So while it was cooling down a little, I set the other one up and got it cooking. Now, this is the bit that did surprise me. The second lot, the Dual Blaze TwinFry, which is 10 litre, I couldn't believe it. I keep saying I can't believe it, but you expect it to take longer. It's using a lot more wattage, so it could be the same time, but it is a slightly bigger machine. Anyway, at the end of the day, it took 17 minutes to cook that. So it was a good 5 minutes quicker. Not that I'm bothered about that. Temperature's key with us. We don't care how long it takes. It took 17 minutes. And I was astounded it cost 16 pence. Now I thought, this thing's running at a lot bigger wattage. Now when I checked the wattage, it did have an higher wattage of 2,890. So it runs at a much higher wattage. Alright, it cooked it quicker, but I still would have thought it would cost a little more than that. This is a good machine. It must be well insulated and it runs a treat. So I can't find any fault with them results. What I'm going to say to you now is, I'm not trying to make one machine better than the other. It makes no odds to me. I like them both. They're both alright. The thing I would say, the the Twin Blaze TwinFry, try again. Dual Blaze TwinFry, the 10 litre one, you can make that into one basket. That's going to be useful for us, and we like a bottom element. Me and Wendy always have. We've always, right from the start, people have said to us, get the Dual Blaze with the bottom element. How right they were, because we think that some people tell me it's a gimmick, it don't make any difference. It depends what you're cooking, mate. Now in this instance, it didn't really matter, but it does. It does matter, depending what you're doing, particularly baking is better, we feel. Now, the only problem is, I'd say, I can't really quote prices, they change all the time. And I know, when I put this on, Cosori have already told me there's going to be a sale on the 8th and 9th of October, so I don't know what the prices are. But roughly speaking, I expect the TwinFry to be nearly double the price of the dual basket. So it's like everything, make your own mind up. I'm not telling you which is the best. Don't ask me which is the best, just see what you think and see which ones we use the most. But we tend to use what suits me and Wendy, that's obvious, isn't it? So anyway, let's not bore you to death. I hope you've enjoyed that video. I think it's given us a little bit of an insight into how things work. They're both good air fryers. I'm not saying one's fantastic, one's rubbish. I ain't saying that, they're both good. But I can see advantages for me and Wendy in that 10 litre. And I expected it to use a lot more electricity than it does. So I'm happy with that. I think it's come out really good. It's a pricey machine. That's the only thing. Now, look after yourselves, won't you? I hope that's you've enjoyed that. Me and Wendy will see you soon. Bye.